Hey guys, Matt here with Savvy Lands. I've got another property in Hudspeth County, Texas that I want to show you. This is a huge property. It's a little over 50 acres, and I just want to jump right into it and show you it on Google Earth. So here is the good old US of A. I'm going to fly you down to Texas, then bring you straight down into West Texas. So as we go over to West Texas, this property is in Hudspeth County, and it's going to be just to the east of El Paso, Texas. So you'll see El Paso here in a second. There it is, El Paso right here. And this property is the red dot to the right of your screen right now. So the property is just about 10 miles southwest of Dell City. There's Dell City, where the cursor is. And I'm going to keep flying you down to the property. So as we get closer, you're going to see that the property has dirt road access, which is great. A couple different dirt roads bisect it. Turn off the roads, you can see them here. There you go. Perfect. There it is. This is the approximate outline of the property. Again, it's about 50 acres, a little over, and it'd be a great property at our current pricing. I'm going to fly you back out. I'm going to show you the route to get to the property from the highway. You can see there's lots of different roads in this area, so there's actually a couple different routes you can take. When I turn the roads back on, you'll see Highway 62 here, and then you can see that the first path from the highway is going to be 5.1 miles approximately. It's highlighted in orange there. And the next path to the highway, about 4.21 miles, highlighted in green. So those were just two that we chose. You can take a number of different routes in and out of here. So I'm going to turn those off. I'm going to fly you back into the property, turn off the outline, and I'm going to just highlight the corners of the property for you here. These are approximate corners, four corners of the property. There you go. So I fly you back out. Show you a couple different places around the property that you might be interested in. So the first one is Coronados Cafe. It's about 12.8 miles from the property, 13 miles from property or so. There you go. We'll go over that in a little bit here. Some food, you can get some burgers there, pretty good. Gas station, 24 miles away up in Dell City. It also has a grocery store up there, auto parts, Mexican food restaurant. So there's a few things in Dell City that you can go to. They're within 30 minutes of the property. So we take you into some photos of the property. Now I've got some photos that are taken on the property itself. So as we go through here, you're going to see those photos. So this first one is one of the entrances that you can get to the property off of the highway. This next one, another entrance. Here are the four corners of the property. This next one is Coronados Cafe that we talked about earlier, street view of it. A little niche hole in the wall cafe that a lot of locals like to go to. Here is a photo from the highway real close to there. It shows you that Sierra Blanca and Carlsbad are both pretty close. El Paso and Las Cruces the other way. Here's a road leading into the property. Now, again, guys, these are photos from the actual property. So if you're looking at this right now, you could be looking at the property that you're about to own if you want to purchase this from us. Electric poles pretty close to the property, not too far away, which is good if you want electricity. The electricity is within a couple miles of the property, about 2 miles. Here's another photo. As you can see, the brush is pretty dense in some areas. You can get this is good for getting wildlife to the area. It holds more moisture and grows more plants. Some mountains in the distance of the property. Another road leading into the property, approximate property outline. Here are the roads that I showed you to get to the property from earlier. Here's a plat map of this whole ranch. It's Sparks Ranch, and the property that we're talking about right now is highlighted in red there. View of the property. It's more mountains. Huge mountains in the distance there, if you can see them. It's a dark outline here. So I looked this up on Texas Parks and Wildlife's website. They've got public hunting land all over the state, and near this property they have Quite a few acres, 201 acres, that has both dove hunting and early teal, which teal are ducks, so duck hunting as well. So it tells you that there are at least dove and teal in the area. This area is also known to have antelope, quail, mule deer, etc., varmints, you name it. Here are the climate data. Here is the climate data for Dell City, Texas. You can get this on the internet, readily available. And now we're back to the beginning. So also on this property, I want to show you that, or a few more things. So you've got Guadalupe Mountains National Park, which is just northeast of the property over here. And that's roughly 35 miles away. So if you pull up some of the photos, you can see the mountains in here. I'm just picking them at random. That one didn't work. There you go. Pretty cool. A lot of mountains. You can explore the wildlife around here and go for hikes. Another attraction, again, the property is right here in red on the left side of the screen. Another attraction is Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Now it's right across the border in New Mexico, and let me see if I can find it here. There you go. So Carlsbad Caverns. We'll get to some photos of that later. It's approximately 70 miles from the property. Red Sands is straight west of the property, and Red Sands is in this area around here, just east of El Paso. And then Hueco Tanks State Park and Historic Site, 50 miles to the west. So let's get into to more of these details here so that you can know exactly what you're getting. So this is going to be Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Like I said, it's about 35 miles to the northeast of the property. Here's some photos from the state park. Pretty neat. Really cool views in here. Next, we've got Carlsbad Caverns National Park. This is right across the New Mexico border. And really neat place, actually. It's a big cave, and they actually have let me go back here. Here you go. Here are all the cave photos. I went here when I was young and I saw all the bats that come out of this. There's tons of bats. There you go. There's a photo of all the bats. And then they also have a restaurant down there actually, which is pretty cool. So if you go back here, you can see some of the restaurant photos. You can go down the cave and eat with your family. Pretty neat. The next attraction that we have is Red Sands, and Red Sands is about 50 miles to the west of the property. Here's some photos of Red Sands. If you're an off-roader, you're going to love this. You can take your ATV, truck, 4x4 out there and just play around, have a good time. Don't have too good of a time though. Might run into these girls. The last one I want to show you is Hueco Tank State Park. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Here's some photos from that state park. Pretty cool. Lots of rock climbing in this area apparently. Now let's get into the restaurants. So I showed you Coronada's Cafe earlier. Check out these photos. They're known for their burgers, fries, and homemade pies. So there's a few photos of them. Those onion rings look pretty good. If you're not in the mood for burgers and fries, you can go to Spanish Angel's Cafe and get some Mexican food. There you go. There's some Mexican food for you. So there's a lot of restaurants and shops and everything there. And if you can't find anything you need near the, or like I showed you near the property, you can always go in El Paso. And El Paso's got everything: Walmart's, grocery stores, chain stores, you name it, they've got it. So it's pretty close, hour or so drive. Alrighty. So guys, if you want to connect with us on social media, we update our social media all the time, every week. and we'd love to hear from you. Like us, follow us, comment, talk to us, all the above, and we'd love to see you on our social media sites. Our Facebook is facebook.com/SavvyLandsUSA. So that's at SavvyLandsUSA on Facebook. Here is our Facebook site. As you can see, we post properties all the time. Whenever we get them, we throw them up on here. Another social media site for us is Instagram. Here's our Instagram. It's at SavvyLandsUSA. Find us on Instagram. Go ahead and follow us. There you go. We post all of our properties on here as well. Last one is Twitter. So on Twitter, we're also at SavvyLandsUSA. Go ahead and follow us on here as well. Guys, if you want to see this listing for this property, again, this is lot 8 in Hudspeth County. So you can go to listings for sale. Scroll down till you see lot 8, 50 plus acres, Mountain Views, lot 8, and that's the listing. So here's the listing, has all the photos I showed you earlier. And then it tells you a little bit about the property, what you'll get with this property, some nearby attractions, restaurants, and shops. School district's going to be Dell City ISD, home of the Dell City Cougars. It has grades kindergarten through 12th. The property, again, a little over 50 acres, plus or minus. You get your property ID, legal descriptions. Here's some GPS coordinates. If you guys want to locate this property, just right-click, copy those, and then go to Google Earth and paste them in there, or Google Maps, and click enter, and it'll fly you to the property. The general elevation about 4,000 feet, and property taxes are just about $175 a year for over 50 acres. That's a killer deal, guys. And now here's the good stuff. Purchasing this property, we have a discounted cash price of just under $12,000, $11,999. That's for cash. We're also happy to finance this property to you if you prefer financing. Our wholesale financing price is $17,550, and the terms that we've put up on our website are $1,000 down, just under $250 a month for 84 months. So this is a good deal. Again, it's very competitive. We've done our research and we priced these properties to sell. This property to sell. $250 a month for over 50 acres. It's very uncommon in Texas. Again, guys, if you want to get in contact with us, have any questions, feel free to go to our website, click the contact tab, and you'll see our address, phone, fax, and email. Feel free to call, text, fax, or email us, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Again, this is Matt with Savvy Lands at savvylands.com. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.